Namaste, everybody, and welcome to a foundational yoga class. I am Aphinya. Um, I miss you. I probably restart the class with this most of the times. And for all the Rising Sun Yoga students, oh my God, I cannot even think. I will miss you and miss you each and every day when it start to go into the fall and the winter. You know now that our studio is closing the door because financially it just not making sense for Michael right now, and it's really heartbreaking. I just like way in the world now that I will give myself an excuse to go and be with you in person. However, I'm not losing any hope because, like last week I said, when one door is open, another door is not only another door, many doors, many opportunities out there. It's a matter of being each and every one of us just have to be very creative about that. However, right now, being safe and healthy, for yourself, is the most important thing for me and for others. For your loved one, it's very crucial and it's important for your life. So we are doing that, and I am humble, and being a part of it with wise human being, I cannot be any happier. Well, let's get into the today pep talk, shall we? On my board, I wrote, insight without action is worthless. That is why, when people talk about, quitting smoking is good, being healthy is a nice thing to do, drinking is not good for you, people can just, speak all these intelligent wisdoms that is out there, but when the action is not implemented, it's nothing. It's worthless for that human being. However, to me, what's more important than that is that, because we run into this a lot, or I run into this a lot, and I want to encourage people to look at it more mindfully. The path to change in our lives, it depends on one, us taking action, which to me is easier than the second, be consistent with your action. What do I mean by that? I'm going to give you an example on the New Year dates. The New Year, new life, new journey. It's the day that people make resolution all the time, right? I'm going to start doing my diet now. I'm going to start exercising. I'm going to quit smoking today because it's a new year, it's a new life. Yada, 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 yada. And people take action on that day. And they keep on doing it for as long as whatever, but then something happened and they stop. Because consistency is tougher. It's really tough to keep doing the right thing over and over and over and over and over again, and let it become your lifestyle. It's not easy, but it's worth every time when you put your foot into that. Just my health, I will take care of it. Yoga is good for my body, for my mind, for my spirit. I'm going to put my mat down with Aphinya every Sunday, no matter what going on outside. Right? Consistency bring a lot of things, because when you wake up, that day you may feel like, oh my God, I just don't have energy. Or yoga start to feel boring, start to feel like become regular. Sometimes things that are regular, it's just boring. It just doesn't have that vibe, doesn't have that strive, doesn't have that oops or excitement, and it just you fade off from that action that is important for your health and for longevity, and you just gone and disappear, and people just go back to being not so good to themselves. I understand that. And I just want to remind you that. However, if you can just keep on being persistent over and over and over and over, know that it's really good for you. In the future, it's going to become your second nature. And that second nature of taking care of yourself is everything on this earth. You wake up, you're happy. And you wake up, you're not happy, but you will look for the thing to make you feel happy, or at least make you feel at peace with everything around you. That's why I respect being here with you, because to me, teaching you, it's also give me this opportunity to tell myself these wisdoms, and I really embrace them so much. And when I hear it again, it just gives me oops to go out there and try to be the best Aphinya I can, the best mother, the best wife, the best human being for everybody. So thank you for each and every one of you that has been with me for so long and listen to this wisdom again and again and again and again, and you just feel like you cannot live without it. Because each and every day there are so many negative news and information coming to our lives. If we are not be consistent with the good, positive, uplifting, helpful, valuable information to balance it out, it's not that easy to really take good care of ourselves. So once again, thank you so much for being with me today. Having said that, close your eyes, please. The breath we take, it happens regularly. It happens consistently, but this is one of the things we don't have to put so much work into it. Lucky for us. Our regular breath keep us going, keep us moving. It fills our body with what it needs to stay as strong as possible. May you give a little bit to it more of your attention, so you can make your breath fuller, more even. And you breathe with this calm energy into your body and out of your body. And let us be reminded that not everything that are positive and valuable to our being is giving to us like our breath. Many of them we have to be mindful to take the right action. And not only that, and be strong and commit to our consistent with these positive, uplifting, healthy action to ourselves, to our health, to our heart, and to others. Can you be in your quiet moment and say thank you to yourself for this moment, because this practice is giving you that. The health for your body, even the wealth for your mind, the wealth of positive thoughts, the wells of loving hearts, to look out into the world and yourself without judgment but acceptance. May you bring your lotus flower with your two hands, creating it. Place this right between your eyebrow. And let me chant Om 3 times together, please. Take a deep breath in. And exhale fully. Another deep inhale, please. And you bow down to your own heart. Then release your hands, lift your chin, open your eyes. You are going to warm up by standing on your feet today, everybody. Because I feel it. So come up, please. Well, as you can see, I've already moved my wrist and my kind of legs muscles and ankle. So get yourself onto your feet, and anything come and you feel like you need to move, just do that. However, as you all know, or if you knew, we are going to pretty much move from the top down, okay? So you can go to your neck first, make a big circle. Now, one thing that you have to be really mindful of when you are standing and warming up is keep your feet parallel, hip distance apart, and you are not doing it in a way that you push your hip forward, okay? Use a little bit of the core energy and keep your spine nice and elongated. Yeah. You can tilt your head sideways. Please know that if anything at all that you need to move with your body part, I'm not judging. I just want to make sure that all these joints feel a little bit more loosening, big muscles, they feel a little loose, and then we can get into the deeper stretch and strengthening without feeling uncomfortable. So you go neck, shoulder, body, don't forget your wrist, your forearms. I really feel like I have to shake them a lot. I don't know why. But that is what it is, your body just telling you and respect it. Yeah. Get into the shoulder, rolling up and back. Don't forget to go to the opposite direction. I'm actually going to climb up to my neck and just work the neck again. The neck and the shoulder, those body part is connected. The muscles are kind of intertwined. Sometimes you can work one the other and work the other, go back down, go down and go up again. It's complicated and it's simple at the same time. So yeah, my neck doesn't really need help right now in this space. Very interesting. Please, if you need to work on your necks a lot, remember you can roll. You can roll. You do circle. You tilt it, your head sideways with breath. You can look side to side like that. I'm going to go into the body. Open your legs wider and you turn your body side to side like that. And let your arms swing comfortably. So we get into this twisting, so the back muscles get to release. Go sideways. Yeah, see, I go back to my wrist again. Stretch sideways. Oh, yeah. I can feel it on the sides of my body and like go up into like the back and the sides of my arms here. Keep your hips stay back, please. I'm going to go back to this move again while, I'm checking my wrist. I balance on one leg and I kind of kick my legs without, holding the muscle tight. Just let it loose and just shake it. If you have a wall, it's even better. You can kind of swing the legs front and back like this. So you get an opportunity to loosen up the hip joints. And you can circle. Yeah, the wall is really help. Yeah. We're not doing anything. We just move the joints. Oh, this is good. If you have a wall, I highly, please join me here. If you don't have it, you have to balance on yourself on one leg like that and swing the arms. Help, actually, yeah. However, the balancing is not, for everybody, but it's good to practice, of course. And the more you practice, the better it gets. As you know, winter is those seasons that you really have to train your body, learn to balance. So the chance that you're going to fall on ice is lesser. It doesn't mean that's going to disappear. That you're not going to fall forever. I wish that happened. But then we have to prepare. I'm almost done. All right. Now we're going to go into goddess pose. But we are going to still kind of use it to be a warm-up poses. So I'm going to bring the movement into that. Have those blocks if you need them. And then you open your legs wide apart. Turn your heels in, turn your toes out. And you're going to go move from one leg to the other and start to sink your body down to the floor. And the more you go down, the more stretch in the hip underneath the leg that you're going to feel it. Okay? And be really mindful to open your leg wide enough that the leg that your knees is bent, you keep it on top of your ankle. And if you can go deeper and lower to the floor, which means you're going to feel more intense in the stretching, you go. Block can help you if the height is like right there. They have 3 heights. It's going to bring you closer to the floor. Wherever your body can go, please be mindful with that. Don't forget to keep breathing. And you stop in the center. My legs are really wide. You make your feet parallel toward one another. I have to touch my leg in a little bit. And we get into Pasarita Padottanasana. Wide leg, standing, stretching. So you hug your shins in, push your thighs apart. Make sure your spine nice and elongate forward at first. And you're just like, oh my God, I need more height to allow my spine to elongate. You do. Okay. And if you're high, you can move your hips side to side like that. It feels some releasing in the lower back and in the hip. For us who are able to dangling the body down to the floor, where you can just swing your body side to side and keep your leg nice and strong. You can hold your elbows so your arm is not in the way of that swinging. Yeah. Your head is hang, and then you can release your neck muscle even more. Every time when your head is hang, that's a chance to release the tension around your neck and your shoulders. And when you feel like you have to do it every time, you just, go for it. Keep breathing. Wherever you are, maybe you can walk your hand to the right, stretch your left hip back, and the left side stretch. Right? You can even do it when you're really close to the floor. Yeah. Go to the other side, push the floor away from you, lengthening your right hip back. While you move like that, you have to always come back and check where the weights are onto your 2 feet. Check the health of your joint, your ankles and your knees, right? You can kind of adjust them slightly so you don't keep being in a space that you're not comfortable. Turn back toward the front of the mat. We're going to get the left knee to the floor. Pat the knee with the blanket if you need to. Left hand's on the ground. I'm using the block to give me height right now. Turn to the right side of your house. Spin the chest up to the sky. Exhale, push your weight back toward your right foot. And keep your right foot grounded nice and firm. And elongate your right arms over your head. Inhale, breathe into your back. Exhale, right side nice and long. One more. And then you go toward the floor and just extend forward and thread your right hand under your left hand. Please thread the needle. Once again, you can have your hip over the knee. You see my left hand is on the block because I can. And if it feels safe, I will be happy about that. You don't need to. You can keep your left hand elbow bent like that and kind of get your armpit back. Make sure you move your left hip back. That's going to increase a little twisting in your torso. So this is one place that you can be. You can also go and really sit toward your heel and really sit onto your leg like that. This is also a good option. It gives you a different kind of stretch. It's going to target your arms more than your back. So you have to feel which one your body needs today. Okay? And breathe. Inhale, come back up center. Then we go to the other side. Please balance on your right hand, right knee, left leg back. Turn your body toward the left side of your house. Exhale, elongate your left side nice and long from your toes and to your fingertips. And you inhale, you breathe into the back. Exhale, stretch. Inhale. Exhale, stretch. Remember your jellyfish movement. And then we go toward the floor and forward. And you thread your left hand underneath the right. See if you want to stack the hip over the knees or not. And then what left is you just find a home for your right arms anywhere that feel comfortable. You can touch your sacrum. You can just let it rest onto your back. Your shoulder will talk to you, and if it doesn't feel comfortable or safe, you have to move your arms elsewhere that will give you that feeling of comfort or safety. Inhale, come back up center. Take child's pose, please. With your arms alongside the ear, spread your fingers apart. Ground your finger pads into the floor. And next inhalation, you're going to round your back up to the sky. Move from your heel into your wrist and arch your back at the end. Exhale, round your back up to the sky, head down, and push your weight back toward your heel. Sit down, child's pose. Inhale, round your back, look down at first, and at the end, arch your back, cow pose. Exhale, round your back, head down, tailbone down, and push your weight back toward your heel, child's pose. 3 more. Inhale, come up onto your tabletop, and you're going to look to the right. Exhale, hip toward your ears. Back center, look to the left. Left hip toward your left ear. Switch side, please. 2 more each direction. We work the size muscles here. And then you go into spinal wave. Remember that you can stay on all 4 and you feel like the weight kind of evenly from your wrist to your knees, or you can move down into the knee and forward to your wrist. You can transitioning your weight that way as well. You can play around with it and try to let the body learn which one it likes in this moment. I have to say that all the time because every time when you come onto your mat, your body feels different and may want different things. And you should, keep your awareness towards that. Change direction, please. And you come back center. Now from here, you are going to get into your downward facing dog. So you're going to come off the floor with your butt. Right? Now I want you to really master this pose because this pose gives you a lot of stretching. And you also need to build your upper body strength somewhat with this pose as well. So make sure your finger spreading wide apart, your wrist crease parallel to the front edge of your mat. When you get your toe tucked, you get your knee off the floor, your hip is go up, then you are going to have options to what you want to do with this pose, okay? Make sure that you keep pushing your chest back toward your feet. And you feel that you use your arms a lot, but you're not dump all the weight onto your wrist right here. Now you have option to either sway your hips side to side, right, to work on your back muscles, or you can pedal your knees to stretch your calf and your hamstrings muscles. Or you can work on your opening your chest by using inhalation to lift your armpits up and away from the floor and draw them together toward your back. And use the exhalation to push your chest through and back. Know that I keep my knee bent at all times when I'm doing that, but some of you can do it with your legs straight. And you have to listen to your lower back a lot. If you're really tight on your legs muscles, you're going to be in this pose rounded in your lower back, and that is not a good place to be. I would love you to keep your knees bent and not worry about bringing the heels down to the floor because it can stretch your hamstrings elsewhere. Come back down to child's pose, please, and rest for a little bit. I know it's a lot on your wrist and your upper arm, and some of you are not strong there yet, so let we help some of our friends to kind of relax those muscles a little bit. Then from here, you are going to crawl forward and stay really close to the floor. Come down to your forearms. I'm going to build your core strength again. So we go into forearm plank pose, okay? I know it's not easy, but it's necessary. You can do plank with weight on your knees, or this forearm plank with your weight on your toes and your forearms. This is going to be really tough, and it's early in the practice. So I'm not warming up a lot of your body part. Yes, pick what works with your body, please. Challenging your body wisely. No gripping like around your jaw. And exhale, get your belly and your chest down to the floor. From there, you are going to extend your left hand out to the left palm, facing down. Right, use your right hand, come to the chest, keep your head on the floor, push the floor away, and turn your chest open toward the right side of your space. And really feel that sensation of the stretch on your left chest and shoulder. That's where the stretch is. Right. Not your right arm, not your right legs. You just have to place them somewhere. You can move your leg with the knees bent. You can have bottom leg straight, your right leg cross all the way over into the back, and it's gonna intensify the stretch, right? You need to make sure that your body is ready for that. And then you breathe. And carefully roll back down to your belly and your chest. I want to say that this pose looks easy to master, but the intensity can keep on going the more you're opening the chest. So if you're not ready for that yet, I highly suggest have both legs in front of you so your chest can go toward the floor. You can see more right there. I feel like my chest really kind of facing the floor instead. And for any of you that want more, all you need to do, and remember, we just keep turning the body up toward the ceiling, and you're just going to have to stop at some point because your bone will stop you. But that opening will make that stretch on your right pec major and that shoulder feel really intense. Be mindful and don't forget to breathe. And carefully roll back down to your belly and your chest, please. And can you come up onto your hands and knees? Remember to pat your knee if you have to. I'm going to move you a little bit more right now. Right here, we are going to extend the right leg back and up off the floor, and then you have your weight onto your right hand. If it's possible, lift your left arms off the floor and breathe. Inhale, bring your right knee and left elbow to meet beneath your belly, round your back up to the sky. Exhale, extend them away from one another. 2 more. and then let the legs and the arms come down. Turn your chest open to the right. Right arm overhead, chest toward the ceiling. Exhale. One more breath. Carefully push the floor away from you. Get off on the floor. Stay balanced on your left knee. Have your left arm up to the sky, facing the back of your house, and then stretch to the right, like hips back. If it doesn't feel good, you can have your hand hold the back of the head. This actually feels even more intense if you want more intensity. And come out from the stretch. Have your left hand on the floor. Turn toward the front of the mat. And you are going to be able to move your right leg forward easier. And come off from the floor with your left knee. Grab your left foot parallel to the back edge of the mat. And then carefully push that floor away from you. Stay strong on your leg. Warrior 2. How about that? Your arm is open. Check your feet. Remember front heel, back arch of front heel, back heel. And you have to opening your legs wide enough. And keep breathing, even though you're listening to me, and let your body move with your breath. Okay? Right, when you inhale, you move away from the stretch a little bit. And when you exhale, you go into the stretch a little bit more. Let's turn your right palm up toward the sky. Inhale, reach high. Left hand's going to come to your left leg by itself. Hips stay back, and you stretch back. And carefully, you move up and away from the stretch. Go forward, turn your chest forward. Have your left hands on the floor. Have your left knees on the floor. Pat the knee if you have to, and we are going to target the right leg hamstrings muscles. Our runner stretch, please. Yeah. Heels down, toes up. Square the hip, spine nice and elongate. Relax your neck and your shoulders. Each exhale, you are stretching. Let the heart move toward the legs. Once again, if you're really tight, you can use the inhalation to move away from the stretch. Make room and exhale. You're kind of closing that gap and feel the stretch intensify. And then you inhale, move away from it, makes room. Exhale, closing that room and go deep. Okay. This jellyfish movement is actually make the stretch feel much more manageable, and you can go deep quicker. And inhale, come up and away from the floor. Get your right knee to meet your left knee. Hands on the floor. And you can drop the hips side to side. I just have a thought about that movement. Like when you hammer the nails into the wood, like you not keep your hammer onto the nail. And like, you're not going to be able to move the nail into the wood that easily. But if you move away from it and kind of use the forward to, hammer the nail to the wood, then you can get deeper, get into that wood deeper with the nails. It's kind of the same principle. But we do it with the body and the breath. So second side, please. Left leg lift. Straight back, lift off the floor. Weight onto your left hand. Right arms in front of you. Core engaged. Exhale. Elbow in the knee meet. Inhale, extend. Breathe. And let the legs and the arms come down. Stay balanced on your right side. Turn your chest up. Left side open. Left legs nice and long. Left arms overhead. Next exhalation, you go toward the floor. Chest facing forward. Step your left leg forward. Left forearm on the thighs. Right leg come off the floor. Right knees come off the floor. Make your right foot 90 degrees. And then you come up, right with your trunk. You check the leg. Left heel in line with your right arch, hips stay back, and then exhale, lunge deep, warrior two. You can see that I get into warrior two on this side is different than the first side. And it just kind of no exact way to go into it. What important is you go into the pose safely, okay, with good alignment. You're going to lift the arm first or not, it doesn't matter. Left arms go up to the sky, inhale, we stretch back, exhale. Hips stay back, spine nice and long, core is in. And then inhale, move up and away from the stretch. We're going to turn the body forward. Core is engaged already right here. And you get your right knee down, and you make your left leg straight with your heels down and toes up. Straight your left leg, hip square, spine nice and elongate. Imagine that hammer and the nail things. Like when you exhale, you go. You inhale, you move away. You're kind of collecting the force. Exhale, you go. Into the muscles. Make sense? However, please do it without, what am I trying to say? Not being violent with your muscles. Like the force that you give into the muscle, it has to lie on the idea of respecting yourself. Okay, you're not violating your body in any shape and form. Inhale, move up and away from your left leg. Drag your left foot in until you can ground your left foot to the floor. I'm going to add one more pose here. Tuck your right toes under. Get your right knees off the floor and pivot to the right. I'm going to facing the camera. We already did this in the warming up, but I'm going to bring it back again. Pasarita Padottanasana now because I want you to go deep into the stretch. One more time. Shins in, thighs apart, spine nice and elongate. Exhale, go into the stretch. Okay. Inhale, you move away from it just a little bit. Exhale, go into the stretch. Spine nice and long. Just keep your body down and under the best you can. Go as far as you can go with the exhalation. Your inhalation, you back off slightly. Exhale, you go in. And intensify the stretch with respect. Don't force your body beyond the respect kind of energy. Please. And carefully move your chest up and away from the stretch. Now we're going to still stay here. Have your left hand underneath your shoulders. Right hands onto the hips. Now use the blocks or not, that will depend on how opening you are with your legs muscles. Okay? Or you can have your hands on the floor. Then you are twisting to the right. Make sure you press the energy downward first. Long leg, long spine, and you turn to the right. While that's happening, move your right hip back. And you work to move that shoulder blades back first. And I start to feel like I'm too high now. Hips back. And see if your right arm can go up or even just go back. Or not at all, right? You have to make sure that your shoulders are feeling comfortable. Exhale and twist. Other side, please. Hug your chins in, put your thighs apart. Move your left hip back, elongate your spine forward, and then you twist. Remember that your belly is still resisting your chest, okay? You might not turn sideways completely, and that is okay for me. Exhale, go, relax, turn forward, and take child's pose, please. Inhale deeply. Exhale deeply. Inhale, lift your chest up and away from the floor. Now we're going to stretch the hip flexor. The best place for me to get you there safely and get the maximum stretch out from this pose is high lunge. Right leg forward, left knee is off the floor. Come upright with the body. Hips square. Hug the shins in toward one another. Stay stable in your legs. Exhale, bend the front knee forward. Kick the back heel back at the same time. Right? Your body should go in the center between two legs. You're not moving forward, you're not moving backward. You move because front leg go forward, back leg go backward, then you go in the center between two legs. Make sense? Inhale, heart lift. Exhale, legs. Inhale, lift the spine nice and long, opening the heart. Exhale. Inhale. And then we go down to the floor. Switch side, please. It is a strong pose, and I talk a lot already, so I need to switch side for you for now. Are you ready? Hug the thighs. Exhale, work both legs at the same time. Inhale, spine nice and elongate up to the sky. Ribs is in. Exhale, legs. Inhale, spine, heart open. Neck is long. Exhale, legs. Inhale, lift the spine nice and long. Exhale, legs. One more breath, inhale. And then we go down to the floor. Take child's pose, please. Let me check the camera just to be safe. Come up onto your hands and knees. Let's repeat high lunge one more time, please. Right leg forward, left knee is off the floor. Come upright with your trunk. Exhale, lunge. Inhale, lift the spine. Can you start gliding your arms out? Open a lot and up. Yeah. So you go sideways instead of go forward and up. Okay? And then hold your left wrist. Side stretch to the right. Move your ribs in and then stretch. Opening your chin just slightly. Inhale, breathe. Exhale. Inhale. And then carefully you move up and away from that. Bring your hands down to the floor. Get your left hands on the floor, left knees on the floor. Heel toe your right foot to the right slightly and diagonal the foot just attached. We are going to twist right here. Right hand be on your hip. Anchor your left hand down. Move your left hip back. Elongate your spine forward and you twist to the right. Exhale, twist. Belly go to the floor. See, maybe you don't need the blocks anymore. Okay. Make sure your right knee doesn't fan open to the right, okay? So you should be able to have the soles of your right foot to the floor completely. And the last piece is maybe extend your right arms back, palm facing up, and then just circle. Feel your shoulders. You might have to stop or not doing it at all. And you try to stop wherever you feel good. You can go as far as your right hands go alongside the ears. Just want to remind you that. Okay. And while you're doing that, just keep that twisting alignment, be there properly, and exhale, untwist. Kick your right leg back behind you. Turn your body up to the sky. Once again, easy side stretch here. And exhale, go down to the floor and forward, and you step your right leg forward and to the right, and you diagonal your body to the left, and you do a lizard pose. Always check with your alignment. Spine nice and long. Please know that your body doesn't go into the floor without elongate the spine. So you should feel that your body, your hip move back, chest move forward. No pinching in that right groin area. Diagonal your body to the left as much as you need to. And you work your arms wisely. Make sure you don't feel any tension along your necks and your shoulders. Child's pose, please. Oh, I have a spider on my glass. Inhale, come up and away from the floor. Let's hit the other side, everybody. Left leg forward, right knees come off the floor. Hug your thighs in toward the center of the body. Core just lift off from the floor, press into your feet. Body come upright. Exhale, lunge. Inhale, length. Arms go to the side. Start to circle up, heart open. Next long. Bring your arms up. Hold your right wrist. You cannot hold, don't hold it. And do side stretch to the left, please. Inhale, come up and away from that stretch. Go to the floor with your right hand to the floor. Right knee to the floor. Heel to your left foot to the left. Left hands onto your hips. Right. Build your foundation first. Make sure you feel like broad enough and comfortable enough. Then you're twisting by working from the ground up. Push into your right hand, hip back, spine elongate, and exhale, you're twisting. You're going to turn your chest up to the sky. You're going to turn your belly to the floor. You're going to elongate the spine. And you adjust your body part every breath you take. You work your body as much as you feel like, okay, that's it. You know, I don't want to work more than that. And then you start to add in your left arms. And then you be consistent to come back and work on your body again, because your body shifts and transcend and transform every time after you start to kind of bring more force and the body start to be more open. And then exhale, you untwist, right? And you move your weight to your right hand and your right knee so you can kind of be able to move your left hand easily to the back and left side nice and long. Yeah. And then you go toward the floor again, exhale. And you turn your hip forward and you move your left leg forward and to the left. And your body diagonal to the right. And your lizard pose is right here. I know that it's not that easy to move like that, many of you, but I hope that one day I can help you to kind of know and place your muscles and your strength and feel more flexible and more open in the body, and you can move like that. That's why consistency is important. I hope that you take yoga often enough that one point you can feel that your body can move easier. You become less stiff. It's so important the older you are to become less stiff as much as your body can do. Yeah. Inhale, come up and away from the floor. And we take child's pose, please. Inhale, come up onto your hands and knees. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, push your weight from your heel to your wrist, round your back up to the sky. So you're going to go from kind of leg, hip, back, and then move your heart forward to plank pose. Adjust the width as you go, and then you go heart, back, hip, and then go toward your legs, downward facing dog. Okay. Round your back up like a wave toward the sky. Bring your weight forward toward your wrist. Really push the floor away from you. No tension build on your neck and your shoulder, and then you wave backward toward your feet. You move your leg as much as you need to. If you're tight, maybe you have to kind of increase the space when you do plank, and then when you do down dog, exhale, you close that space with move your feet forward a little bit more. 2 more. And the last one. And take child's pose, please. Walk your hands back to your knee and sit up. Watch me quickly. The next thing that I want to ask from you is you are going to give me 3 push-ups. The last one, you're not going to come back up. You're going to go all the way to the floor, okay? And remember, you can make your push-up easier by instead of have your legs straight completely, you can have your knees on the floor. If you are those people that your wrists are not comfortable, why don't you hold forearm plank, and finish it with us when I tell you to relax your belly and your chest down to the floor, okay? Now, anybody that do push-up, one thing you need to remember is that when you lower your body down to the floor, I want you to move your body also forward. Try to go forward, not backward, okay? So here we go. Take your plank or take your forearm plank, please. Remember, you can mix and match as well. And exhale, lower down, like hearts go forward. And then you push up, so that's 1. And then 2. I know it's not easy, but I really need to challenge your body. And 3, remember the last one, go low and slow and go to the floor. And extend your arm to the side, palm facing down first. Move toward your hips slightly and turn your palms away from you. Inhale, lift your legs, lift your arms, lift your necks, and then exhale, release slightly, not all the way through, and inhale, lift again. Now I want you to look kind of toward the floor, not up to the wall, okay? So you keep your neck nice and long that way. 3 more breaths. And relax, please. Stack the hands. Rest your foreheads on them. Rock your hips side to side. Let's redo the locust pose one more time with, now this time your hands either interlace behind your back, or you do the option with your strap is between your 2 palms and your palms facing up toward the ceilings. So go into that space first. You pick whatever option that when you have your hands together or the strap, you are able to move your shoulder blades up and away from the floor. I am moving that part of the body already, so I want you to see that. Shoulder blades up and away from the floor and together. Right? We need that. Okay? So when you have that, then you can lift your legs, arms and necks and belly of the bellies of the floor. Kind of you're arching your back off from the floor. And exhale, release slightly. And then lift when you inhale. Exhale, release slightly. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. I love this option better than Cobra, last one, just because I really get to opening your heart more and relax. Stack the hand and rest your forehead on it. And you may say, oh, yeah, you don't need to open my heart that much, Aphinya. No, I have to. Well, since we are here, let's use this opportunity, let the floor helping us doing another pose, Ekapada Bekasana, and stretch the hip flexors again. Right leg straight, left knee is bent. Hold your left foot with your left hand. Pull the foot down to the sides of the hip and point your left knees back. You can keep your head on the floor completely. Feel that you engage your core still. Know that you can lift your chest up and away from the floor. Please pay attention at the lower back, where your hip and your kind of very low of your lower back attached to one another. That's where you're going to feel tension. You have to learn to engage your core. Because you feel like you arching your back and you break that space, you're closing it up. You want to round into that by engage your core and your lower back is protected. Does that make sense? Yeah. Switch sides, please. Yeah, I'm doing that already. I draw my core in and off the floor and I feel at the bottom of my lower back right there, in that space between hip and lower back, it feels like it's puffed up to the sky slightly. And if I lift my heart more, I will puff that part of my body more accordingly. And let that go. Rock your hips side to side. Breathe. And you stop. Next pose is pigeon pose. Now do it in full pigeon with your legs on the floor. Right leg first. Shins come down, left leg straight. Or be on your back and have your right ankle above your left knee and draw your left leg in towards you. These two poses they are so different in the intensity of the stretch. Of course, if you're on your back, there's no weight onto your hip and your knee and your ankle. This stretch will feel less, but it doesn't mean it has no benefit at all. If you're super tight, this may be a better option. And I want to say, if you're super open, if you open enough, full pigeon pose, or if you have no problem with your knee, your ankle, this one, I would love you to give it a try, right? But when the knee and your ankle tell you that they are not comfortable at all, please don't jeopardize them. Be on your back, please. Hip square, core is in, walk that back leg as far as you can, right? The ankle of your shin on your front leg right now is your right leg. It can go as parallel as the front edge of the mat, but I have to warn you, that is very intense. You start with diagonal away at first and you adjust accordingly. And you get yourself into that space. And also, the lower your body are to the ground, the more intensity of the stretch you're going to feel it. You can come off from the floor more by have the block holding you up higher. The other action that is important, I want you to feel like your leg a zigzag. It's not zigzag, it's like a scissor one another. So your front leg, which is your knee right now, you feel more on your knee moving back, and your back leg is moving forward. That action is not going to move anything much, but it's going to help your hip square, and that's going to get into your piriformis muscles much more effectively. If you in pigeon, lift your chest off from the floor, take a seat, swing both of the legs in front of you, have your right leg straight, and cross your left leg over. Now, if you do figure four on your back, you drop that figure four to the right, okay? So you're gonna feel this twisting action in both setup. For us who are seated, your twisting will move to the left like that. So you're gonna use your arm to help you. So go for it. If you're on your back, right, we're gonna do figure four to the left, and we let the floor supporting us, and we kind of turn our gait to the right to increasing the twisting sensation. You're gonna twist in the same part of the body. Either poses. You don't want to look to the right. If you feel too much, you can look toward the ceiling, okay? And adjust your leg accordingly. And breathe. Surely, if you're on your back, you're gonna feel more relaxed because the gravity helped you. For us who are sitting, we're gonna work against the gravity, but we're gonna work against with the respect energy. Once again, you're not gonna overdo it so you tense everything back up. Don't defeat the purpose like that. We just want to work enough that our body feel relaxed after. And then relax. And after that, you go into your pigeon pose on the other side, please. Now, while you are in the pose, if you happen to have any questions at all, please feel comfortable to email me, Facebook me, even YouTube. The YouTube, please don't do that. I actually don't. You can like comment on the video and ask me a questions like that so I can really help you out later. Maybe I should put my email, my work email on this YouTube so you can click on it and send me an email. I will think about that. I know there's a lot of information that I gave it to you. Many of you love to learn and love to get into the details, and the more detail you ask and to get to know your body, the more effective. And we switch, please, and save your yoga practice for your body is going to become, yeah. And then you twist to the right. And you untwist, please. Now, if you're on the floor, you can put the block underneath the hip and extend your leg up toward the ceiling. For us who are seated, please, let's visit Paschimottanasana before we meet our friends on the floor, okay? So you go forward. You need the strap, you do. Right. Grab your leg down, spine nice and elongated, and you go forward. Use your core a lot first, and then use your arm second. try to do that. Don't try to, just do that. Train your body that way. Use your core first, and then you use the arms. Okay. And for any one of you who are in a support shoulder stand with the block underneath the hip, please let your body relax completely. I know it's not that easy because your leg is actually have to be supported somehow, but relax into that anyway and let the energy around you supporting you. And inhale, come up and away from the floor. For us who are doing the Paschimottanasana, now then you're going to go down onto your back, move your body around. Any one of you who are on your backs already, you can go into Supta Baddha Konasana, feet together, knees apart. Right? And for us, we're just going from the seated to the floor. When your back touch the ground, just move your body around. See if your body need anything. If your hip need to be moved, your back needs to be moved first or not. Then you go into hips on top of the block and extend your legs up to the sky. Okay? And breathe and close your eyes. And you softly, sweetly let this body be reminded, not from the space of your thought, but from the space of your heart, of how important it is that you are persistent in the love for yourself. How important it is to be persistent with mindfully, skillfully bring positive thing, meaningful thing, healthy thing into your life. Because those things, when they are your foundation. You will be in this world with so much opening in the heart that it feels good to expand, to stay open, to trust in your strength. To not fight only, but also surrender. Shavasana.